Beckham Jr. definitely getting back in sooner than later. Whether it's this month, whether it's next month, he's in a position where he can pick his next team. Yesterday, Giants GM Joe Schoen talking about the possibility of a New York reunion with the guy that they acquired initially in round 1 of the 2014 draft. Here he is.
He's been a good player. He's a guy, we would consider and talk to when he's healthy. I think he did the ACL in February, so not sure really where he is, physically. But yeah, any player that upgrade the roster, we're gonna consider and have conversations with their representatives.
Yeah. Here's the thing that I'll keep saying.
Yeah.
If you wait until he's healthy, you've waited too long. Because somebody's going to move just before he's fully healthy. Somebody's going to pounce as they understand he's closing in on being ready to play. I think this idea that we're all just collectively sitting back and doing nothing until he can pass a physical and be cleared to play is foolish. And maybe it means the Giants really aren't interested. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to offend him. Shane also said he had no idea that Beckham was in the building. He was there to visit Sterling Shepard after Shepard tore his ACL. That was a few weeks ago, and it was couched as, he's visiting the Giants. Well, not really, because the Giants don't even know he's there, and he didn't talk to Shane or Brian Daboll. But, the Giants fall into the category of team that has a need.
Definitely.
Team that is contending.
Yep.
If I'm Beckham, though, I look at other quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Danny Dimes.
Yeah, right.
I look at other quarterbacks and I say, Josh Allen, Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones.
I hear you.
Kirk Cousins, Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins. I don't think the Vikings will get in it now. At one point I thought maybe they would. Now that they have Hawkinson, I don't think they will, barring an injury to Justin Jefferson. Oops, I hope I didn't jinx him by saying that. But look, somebody's getting him. Somebody's getting him. Peter King, when he's on Fridays and Beckham comes up, he downplays that Beckham's going to make a contribution this year. I disagree. I think Beckham's got the potential to do what he did for the Rams last year if he lands in the right spot, Chris, and I know you do too.
I do too, no doubt. And again, I don't look at it to go, oh wait, he's going to help a team, win the last 4 or 5 games of the regular season. I go, he'll contribute in that time of the year, but he could help and take over in the playoffs and help you win games to get to the Super Bowl. I think that's the big thing. I wouldn't be shocked to hear the Giants' name in this conversation. I wouldn't. I think one, like Odell Beckham Jr., I think it makes a lot of sense. Like you talked about, there's a need. There's comfort there. I've been there. I live there. That organization, he knows what to expect. I actually think there's a future there, too, where some of these places might just want him as a 1-year rental and you're just a few game rental for the playoffs, and then we'll see you later. So that's the other thing I've heard from some teams here with the Odell thing too, is he doesn't sound like he wants to be a rental. He wants to be somewhere and sign and be a part of that team for the next 2 or 3 years. So that's another element of this where I think the Giants do have an advantage. But like to what you said, did he burn too many bridges there a little bit? Does the Mara family, with the way Odell got out of town and some of the issues there, and it seemed like they've certainly kind of did him dirty, the Giants anyways, by trading him when he was over in Europe, right? And kind of just came out of nowhere to the Cleveland Browns. Like, did they forgive him for some of the antics that he, maybe had or did with the New York Giants? That's where at least I would be interested to know what their feeling is. But, as far as talent, when he's healthy, we know it's real. And the Giants, last week again was another game that showed that they're just not good enough for a receiver. I mean, the Seahawks, they crowded the line of scrimmage, and, we're not afraid to play man-to-man, and we're all over the Giant receivers. So Danny Dimes not a superstar, but there is a need there, and it is interesting. But, yeah, Mike, I'm with you. If you made me bet, I think he'd end up somewhere else with a Josh Allen type-ish kind of guy or a Mahomes.
You got Kyle Shanahan, and you've mentioned in the past that there's an affinity there for OBJ. He said yesterday he's always been a fan. But I'm definitely very happy with our receiver group. I mean, that's the issue at this point. And I think once you go all in for Christian McCaffrey, it changes the dynamic of the offense to the point where there really isn't a spot for Odell Beckham Jr.
Right.
There really isn't.
No.
And there's only one football.
That's right. And
the point that Andy Reid was making about Kadarius Toney. There's one ball still, and I don't think Beckham would be happy there. And Jimmy G. Sorry. Josh Allen, Jimmy G. Patrick Mahomes, Jimmy G. I have continued to hear it's going to be Buffalo. It's just a matter of time.
I mean, I hope so. For Buffalo, for Josh Allen's sake, I think they need one other guy. I do. I love Gabe Davis. He's really good, but I think he's a really good number 2. I mean, maybe it's even a really good number 3. I'm not even really sure he's like a definite awesome number 2. That's where I think they need another weapon for sure down the stretch. If they're going to, beat teams like Kansas City who, are going to continue to get better on offense, and I think Kadarius Toney is going to be something there. If they want to beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and talk about that, that's where I look at it to go, no, I think you need one more guy. It's still, for Buffalo and as awesome as they are, I don't think you can look at it and just go, oh, wow, their weapons are amazing. I go, they're real good. Stephon Diggs is awesome. I know that. But I don't know if it compares to teams of the past few years where we look at it and go, whoa, that's some crazy weaponry right there. No, I still think it's a lot on Josh Allen making a lot happen there. I'd love to see Odell Beckham Jr. up in Buffalo.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.